sound for you guys.
Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Check check. Check check.
About a 15-second delay, so
Not bad.
Testing 1 2. Check check. Microphone check. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Check check.
All right, here we are. We're underway at Hornet Stadium. Hilldale versus Rogers, Tulsa Rogers. These are two teams that are both undefeated, Benji, and this should be a big-time game.
Big-time game. We have 4A versus 5A. The Tulsa Rogers team is 5A and 5-0 in the season, facing the Hilldale Hornets.
This will probably be the most talented team we play so far, for sure. They've got a lot of skill on the ball. These are all players that play a high-level club ball.
Just demonstrated right there.
Yeah.
Patrick Murphy on the center. He's going to look for somebody to pass it to in the middle. Blaine, was he fouled? No, ref didn't think so.
Blaine's on the ground again. He spent a lot of time on the ground, and he's slow to get up. Come on, Blaine, get it going. Yeah, I think he's all right.
Yeah, just got to walk it off a little bit.
And they're going to play direct. We're starting this game with Pearson Weaver back at center back and not at center forward, just to try to hold back the defense a little bit.
That's right, and where's Jackson Whitaker is playing center forward.
Is he? Mm-hmm. Is he? Okay, there he is. Yeah. Okay, they've flip-flopped to start this game.
Jackson Whitaker, this first touch on the ball. Can Blaine win the foot race? Looks like he did get the first touch.
I think Blaine's recovered from his injury. Oh, nice move by Blaine. He comes back
he's
around.
Got somebody at the top of the box. Oh, just wide right.
That was a good thought by Whitaker. Whitaker made a good shot on just off the side of the post, or off to the right side of the post.
Nice one-touch shot. He knew right where he wanted to put it.
We look good so far. We're definitely matching them with energy.
So keep your eye on the left midfielder for Tulsa Rogers and the center attacking midfielder. They're both two pretty good players. They play for one of the best club teams in the state. Actually, Toby Ongala is the coach for those boys. Patrick dishes it off to Charlie, who sends it right back to the outside. Jackson Hannon with his first touch on the night. Nice delivery inside, but it's...
I can also tell you, I don't think Tulsa Rogers has played a team as good as us this year either.
No, this will be their biggest test, too.
So
this is our second finals matchup of the night. Fort Gibson and Sand Springs on the girls' side of the bracket. Just finished up right before this game. Ended in another shootout. Sand Springs won in the shootout to win the girls' side of the bracket.
Colton comes out nicely there. We got to be clean on these outside defenders. We can't let these players get through. We got to be really sharp on these. Winning that ball in the midfield is a big key, but we can't lose it there.
Boy, that kid is good on the ball over there. That's going to be a threat. They're going to be attacking that right side over there, Jack.
Colton's going to get tested today. This is going to be probably the first test for our keepers.
Yeah, we talked about that last night. It's almost been impossible to evaluate our keepers at this point. Colton's already got 2 touches on the ball. Barely 3 minutes into the game. Rogers throw in. I don't know a lot about this team, Jack. I hear they're a really physical team, which would be a good test for our boys.
Yeah, this is a perfect setup for district play starting next week.
We know Glenpool historically plays physical, so get another shot on goal.
That's the other thing. These guys will shoot from distance, and they're dangerous from distance. So we got to close down those shots.
It looks like Corbett Weaver is getting ready to enter the field. They started the game with Mateo at center midfielder. It's going to come off for a break. I wonder if we're going to see Pearson Weaver up in one of the attacking positions tonight, Jack.
I think it all depends on how this goes. If we're able to get a lead, I think we probably won't. If it stays 0-0 or we're behind, I bet they do make the change. But I think right now they're trying to play a more defensive position.
You know, that logic may sound backwards to a lot of people, but our leading scorer is actually our center back, Pearson Weaver. So good ball to Blaine on the outside here, who is again...
Blaine spends a lot of time on the ground.
He was pushed in the back that time.
He's just very active. He's a problem. He creates problems for these guys, and they, I think a lot of times this team's gonna be physical. They're gonna put you on the ground. So that's just showing that he's playing hard.
So we have 4 Hornets over there about to crash the box, and Pearson on the delivery here. He almost might go upper 90 on the left side here, Jack. It's a long ways away. It'd give the keeper plenty of time to get to that ball, but
We have more height. If we can get the ball in the right place and get a head on it, this is a good opportunity.
ball's
That's a good
up.
position. They got the head first.
They won 2 headers there against us. Hilldale's able
So we
to.
got to do well.
Well, it's a fight for possession here. And Rogers switches the field, and the player mishandles it there, but yeah, and it's out of bounds for Hilldale throw.
in.
With Jackson at center forward, we have a new
Oh, we're not
throw
throwing.
in.
Yeah,
A new thrower here.
Jackson's going to get a rest for his arms tonight. There's the pushing it
Patrick,
back a little bit.
yeah.
Look like, or a slip one.
Either
Patrick
way,
looked like
same
he had good
result.
position. Tonight we do have 3 officials, so that's going to be a bonus.
Yeah, especially in a physical game, I think it's necessary to have 3. Pearson is. So even if Pearson is going to stay in the back, Jack, he's going to have the freedom to move up when he sees opportunity to do so.
Yeah.
And he's going to have that confidence to know that it will have some adequate coverage in the backfield. Ball's called out of bounds. Roper's throw in.
They're pretty even so far. Both teams have had some chances. Both teams have had some shots.
And the skill difference is already more apparent than what we saw last night.
Oh,
Rogers is
definitely.
clearly a more skilled team.
This is really the first game that we have not just completely dominated possession, so that shows their skill level. They've been able to get the ball from us a little bit, but we've still had a good portion of it.
It's going to be interesting to see how they respond to this level of skill.
Look at how we attack.
That was clean, and
so
Blaine's going to get
aggressive.
through. Oh, no, he's not. Riker, an awkward touch on the ball there, almost loses footing, but keeps control of the ball. Charlie a little bit heavy on his
Little
first
heavy.
touch.
See if we can win this, bring it down.
Oh, looks like Jackson Hannon took one in the nose there.
Jackson's definitely going to be aggressive over there. Oh my goodness, that was almost Jackson Whitaker's ball. He ends up getting it, but then they almost made a big mistake there.
I like to see that sort of reaction out of Jackson Whitaker. He's such a good athlete. Historically, he is a little bit hard on himself when he makes a mistake, and now rather than responding with a little bit of regret, he responds with some extra effort to try to recover from his mistake.
Kind of scrambling a little bit here. We need to get a little bit under control better.
Patrick on the pressure here.
These Rogers boys can definitely play. They're skilled. Colton come out and get this. Colton's definitely going to have to be on his game tonight. He hasn't really been supremely tested yet this game, but he's had to come do some work. This is one of the first games he couldn't have sat in a lawn chair. Charlie played a great game last night. We're going to need the similar effort tonight.
Ball's played to the outside. The Ropers.
They're using all the field, Benji, there. And, well, I tell you what, that kid can beat our defenders. We got to be very careful.
The ball, it just sticks to his feet. The ball, it's tough to dispossess that kid. Blaine plays the ball back to Brock Fletcher, who better do something with it.
He can't dribble the ball around back here with these guys. They will take it away. We need to get a ball off our feet.
Another reason this is a good test for the Hornets, because we don't want them to get lackadaisical in their approach, thinking that they can, fancy-foot it around with every team.
This guy's dangerous.
He's able to.
That player's gotten around us every time. Charlie's going to have to be careful. This is what we can't do. We can't give a free kick 30 yards out because these guys can finish free kicks. I had hoped before the game they had talked about this, but if we're going to give up a goal, it's going to be with something like this. We're giving up a free kick 30 yards out.
That was a dangerous play. I do think he was going for the ball, but he had his cleats up. I think that was just the fastest action he could perform to get to the ball. Unfortunately, missed the ball and hit the player. Setting up a 4-man wall in this dangerous spot.
They've got a whole bevy of players over there that are wanting to take this.
They might get a little fancy with this.
Yeah, they did.
No threat for
They got
Colton on that
creative,
one.
but it was clearing over. It was a little bit far out, but still, it's too close for comfort. Can't foul.
Subbing again here. It looks like we have Alonzo Perez coming on. We have Kel. Is that Mateo again? We have Riker taking a break. Patrick, they're moving back to this left wing back spot. Charlie's coming off and Jackson Hannon's coming off.
So they have Kale on the right wing where we were getting beat. We'll see if Kale, I wouldn't mind seeing him putting Patrick on the right wing because I don't think that guy's going to get around Patrick.
You know, I wonder if this is an offensive decision on their part. I wonder if they're
Maybe.
thinking Patrick and Blaine might work well on this outside here. Oh, mishandled there by Patrick. Mateo finds the safe pass to Alonzo. Kel's able to win the ball for a short moment. Center back clears it directly to his center forward. There's an opportunity here. Pearson surveys it. Oh, good. I saw him looking around the field to choose the correct position, and he found himself perfectly in the right position.
There we go.
Good clearance by Patrick to provide a little breathing room.
They're going to be dangerous, but we've been up to the test so far. This will definitely be a test on our clean sheet record.
That's right. That's right. And a good test for how we respond to some adversity.
They definitely like attacking from that right side. Patrick with a good step there.
From our right, their left, right,
Yes,
Jeff? Okay.
correct.
Patrick's going to try to get around this player, I think. Well, he passed it to Jackson, looks for the underlap. Hit Mateo real quick, Patrick. Well,
None of the rest of our players know how to throw the ball in. This is the first game they've ever had to throw the ball in.
Jackson's like, just throw it in the box.
Like,
We'll go get it.
Look at him. He says, I got this. Go ahead.
Yeah, Jackson didn't understand why the ball didn't end up at the top of the 6 when it was thrown in. He said, let me just take this one for you, Patrick.
He's a little ways out, but I think he's going to put it in the 18 maybe. Try to get Blaine to flick it. Well, they've been up to the test defensively so far. We keep asking questions. We'll see. We can't have loose passes.
No, we're going to have to be more precise
We're
with
gonna
our
play it
passing for
directly.
sure. They do have some players that seem to be a little bit imprecise with their passing too, so that could be something we could exploit if we will protect the ball like you're mentioning, Jack.
Yeah.
We're going to have to be very safe with our passes.
You know, the last few games we've been extremely high percentage of passes, but it changes a little bit when there's a lot of pressure on you. It's a little bit harder, and we can see that a little bit tonight. We haven't been terrible with our passes, but we've not been quite as sharp.
We haven't been as sharp, and our players are skilled with the ball at their feet, so I think they get away with a little more.
And the way we close on the ball is always impressive. I mean, even with these guys that we're playing, We were really closing on. They're not getting a lot of chance. Now this guy's, he can create some space.
I'm interested to see how our coaches are going to handle our player management here. We got the high kick there on Patrick, against Patrick, because, at this pace, I think we're going to have to be smart with our substitutions.
Which looks like we're choosing to play it long out of the back. Or at least Pearson's acting like it.
Yeah, big kick right down the middle of the field. Blaine forces the pass to the inside, but it's right back to him. Dropped it back to the center back, who clears it up to the center. Looks like the 10, no? Okay.
And they're going to play direct again. And this guy, he's gotten in a couple of times.
Well, I think that might be their goal scorer over there.
Yeah.
That left.
He's the one that's created the most problems. But they've switched it over here to this right side a couple of times, and this kid's gotten a little space. Good trap by Blaine. We're keeping the ball.
I think that pass was actually to Brock, but Patrick thought it was to him, so he received it. Get some pressure, guys. There we go. Cal steps up to force some action to the outside. Good hustle by Zach. Oh, and okay, we got the foul. Yeah, you're right, Jack. It's a necessity that we have a center ref and 2 assistant referees tonight. This is going to be a physical matchup.
There's just so much indecision last night between the two, and neither one's in charge. Now at least somebody's in charge tonight.
That's right. We saw a couple of disagreements last night. Brock brings the ball down. Pearson's going to pass it back to Colton. Gets rid of the ball. Good pass to Alonzo.
It's a good pass by Colton. We just couldn't control it.
No, you got to get a better pass there, Alonzo. Those are the types of passes that we're talking about, Jack. We have to be more precise with those short passes in traffic.
We forced a bad pass by Corbett being right up on him, but then our pass out of the forced bad pass was a bad pass. We can't give it away that easy.
We haven't seen the ball in our attacking third for a while. I'd like to see some more action down here. 22 minutes and 33 seconds left in the first half.
Blaine sold that one. I think he had an Academy Award on that one.
Got the job done.
Yes. Maybe we can get it down here in our third.
Hilldale's going to take as much space as the Ropers will give him, because we know that Pearson's capable of delivering it right on top of that 6 if that's where we want it. Right about midfield.
Well, their keeper's a long way out. Yeah, he's backing up a little bit. Pearson went for goal.
Mm-hmm.
He saw him step
He saw it coming out, right? His mouth started watering.
Yeah,
he saw it out there.
I think that keeper might have baited him a little bit. Now this is...
Good hustle there by Corbett.
There we go, and then we...
This kid. He's going to be a problem.
Definitely created problems.
He let the ball get out too far ahead of him. It looked like Zach was going to get the steal there, and then he was able to recover.
He's able to just get another little touch on it, and even when we intercept it, he's able to kind of get in the way of it. Making a sub here. Riker's in for Jackson Whitaker.
I'll see how they're going to adjust here. I think they're going to put Patrick up at... No, I thought they were going to put him at center forward. They're going to play him over in that right side. Patrick might just hit all the spots tonight.
So we've got Alonzo playing center forward right now.
Yeah, as we mentioned last night, he is a player that has a knack for finding the right place at the right time. So hopefully he'll be able to do that for us tonight. Riker with the toss into Alonzo, who mishandles it again on his first touch. Makes up for it with a beautiful grab there. Into some heavy traffic, though.
They really closed that down.
Yep, Kell takes possession, dishes out to Patrick, who's got some speed out there. So he is able to get around the player. Oh, good pass!
Oh, nice. Oh. That was well done. Patrick's pulled up lame, though. What'd he do?
Oh, that's not good, is
He's
it?
over there. He's sitting down behind the goal.
You know, he's been having some issues with his knee. I think it's like a patella tendon inflammation. I think he put a hand up there, Jack. He's going to have to come
tell what
off.
happened.
I hope he didn't pull a hamstring or something.
He had a great pass across, but I couldn't see what happened to him afterwards. So we'll see. Toby's going to go out and check on him.
That's going to be a tough loss for the night. Well, maybe it's just a cramp.
Well, I tell you, that was a nice ball. If Alonso could have just been, he was just a step ahead of it. Couldn't quite get enough on it.
But he was in the right place at the right time.
Was,
just didn't
just
quite
like
get the finish.
Almost looks like they're looking at his ankle from here. Maybe he kind of twisted his ankle as he tried to turn that corner.
We'll see, Jack. I might have to take this thing solo for a little bit while you go check him out, huh? Unless you want me to go check him out.
Right. We got 19 minutes to play. So we're halfway through the first half, 0-0. Patrick's up on his feet.
The referees didn't call for a time stoppage here. What do you think, by the way, his gait there?
It looks
Jack?
almost more like it's his ankle. He's moving well on. Maybe he's just going to come off and
Walk
take
it
a
off a
breather.
little
And
bit.
it looks like they're bringing Charlie back in. He seems to be, well, he's favoring that right side a
Well,
little.
Jack, I know the kid well.
So you said he's been having some knee issues?
He has been having some knee issues, but he's a tough kid, man. If no matter how bad he's hurting, if you tell him he can play without doing any damage, he's going to try to play.
Yeah, I don't think he's done for the evening. I think he's going to take a little break.
That's good. I think we're going to miss his speed if he's not on the field. Riker with the throw in into Charles. Oh, Charlie Dival Bliss. That was a clean shoulder-to-shoulder contact, I thought, but the ref didn't think so. We're going to get a call here.
We've had this is about our fourth free kick inside about 40 yards out.
Yeah, we've been having our most opportunity from these set pieces for sure. Although that last run that Patrick made, he made a great pass into Alonso. That was definitely a scoring threat.
Yeah, that was a good threat. I don't know what we're doing here. Nobody's going to take the ball.
So we're going to have Corbett going to come take it, and I think Pearson's going to try to get ahead on it. See where the ball is going to be delivered.
Things we got to be careful here about is the counterattack if we don't get at it.
That's right. Zach's back there by himself at the moment.
Asking for 10.
Unfortunately, this Rodgers teams have been winning the ball in the air in these situations.
They have all these free kicks they have. We're going to have to get at it this time.
Corbett
it's a little
drops
bit
it in.
tight.
Whoa!
His delivery was a little bit tight this way.
But Mateo almost got a foot on it. If he could have just chipped it over that keeper.
Keeper gets a little playtime.
Pearson makes a smart pass over there to Kill. Corbett able to find an option before they close on him. Kill plays it back to Alonso, who looks like he got fouled to me, but they did call it. Okay. We knew they were going to be physical. Thankfully, the refs are keeping it under control, though. Don't let the game get out of hand.
Their semifinal game, they played Rejoice, and it got really physical from what I understood. And sounds like the referees there were only two refs, and they kind of lost control of it. But these refs have had control pretty good. This hadn't gotten out of hand at all.
They've called a good game. Maybe a little bit more tight than I usually like, but it's been a good game. I'd much rather, when you're playing two physical teams, I'd much rather it be a little bit tighter than the alternative.
Oh, they called Blaine offside. I'm not sure about that. He looked like he was on when Pearson delivered it, but
it's a clever little backheel pass to bounce it off the Rodgers player, too, to get it out of bounds. But you're right, they did call him offsides.
all right, midfield, let's win it and bring it right back at them.
like he
on
was
the left
offsides,
side.
but I guess he wasn't. Pearson must have kept him on, or the AR made the wrong call.
Oh, that's
Good,
good
Kelly.
work.
I was actually wanting him to get rid of that ball much quicker.
He certainly wasn't
Oh, got away with the handball
overly
there.
anxious about it. He was very calm with the ball, which was
Right.
But I think you're right. If we get the passes, get it out of there, we're definitely better off because they're going to close on dribbles. We can dribble a little while, but they're going to close it real quick.
Yeah, one thing we noticed last night, it seemed like the players knew where all their options were. They didn't have to take a lot of time to survey the field or think about what they were going to do. They almost knew what they were going to do. They were anticipating, knew what they were going to do before they received the ball. That's going to come in handy tonight. It's tougher when you have a team that closes as fast as Rogers does, but that's going to have to be the strategy.
So we got Jaden McWilliams coming in on defense. He looked like he took a Brock's place, and then Jackson Whitaker's back in.
Yeah, coach is having a
Good
talk with
block
Brock
there.
down there to discuss tactics.
That's a throw in and not a corner kick. They could be really dangerous on a corner kick. We haven't given up a lot of corner kicks this year.
No, we haven't. We've been very smart all the way around on our back line. We've saved a lot of corner kicks to force a throw in.
Just stay behind him. Oh,
And he is able to get around Zach. It's a tricky, clever player.
Very clever.
It caused
There we
Zach
go.
to panic a little bit there
Yep.
in that scramble, but he did a good job. I mean, he's got his work cut out for him. Thought he might get there, but Riker did a good job of getting in his way, slowing his momentum there. Charlie tries to bring the throw in down.
Oh, it ends up off them.
Good, Blaine.
And
That was intentional, Jack. Blaine, I saw the look in his eyes. He was looking right at the player and kicked it at him so we could have the throw in. There was no way he was going to take possession there. Oh, bad touch by the center back, but we weren't expecting that. Ball's rowed back as they attempt to build from the back. Drops it out to the right side. I think we're going to go for the switch here, and we are.
We're playing really tight on their winger over there, and man, he's gotten by so many times.
Good hustle by Riker there. Actually, 3 Hornets. Whole swarm of Hornets there, Jack.
There you go. There's your swarm again.
Okay, we got the call there. Is it okay, did we get the foul, or is that just out of bounds?
We got the foul, I think.
Okay.
Linesman over here, they are over here, called it.
He was looking right at it. I don't see how he could have missed it, so.
We've had a lot of these free kicks where we can play it in. We just haven't really gotten the good touch on the ball.
I like the player management, too. We definitely have more quantity of substitutes, and we have
Oh,
the
that's
biggest
a bad
one.
touch by them.
Oh!
No, we just couldn't get the shot.
Alonzo, you got to get a better strike than
Alonzo's
that.
had the best opportunities tonight, and he just hasn't really put a hard shot on. That was a left-footed try, and it just wasn't on target and wasn't hard. I don't think that was going in, even if it was on target.
That's right. Not a lot of velocity on that kick.
We've seen on some of these long balls where their defenders have just barely misplayed it, and if we pounce on that and get an opportunity.
I think they'll talk about that at halftime. We're lucky that was a bad delivery there because he was ready for that through ball. Zach into some pressure there. Nice poise by Zach. Makes a good short pass. Find a little breathing room. The throw-in should help a lot here. Looks like Patrick's getting up, Jack. Let's see.
Oh, good. Yeah. So he got, about a 9-minute rest so far. We'll see how he looks when he comes out here.
Yep, 10 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first half. Score is still tied 0-0. This contest with Hilldale Hornets versus the Tulsa Rogers Ropers.
I think shots are about the same. Shots on goal are about the same. It's been pretty evenly matched.
Evenly matched in skill and success so far. Nice little header from Charlie. Okay, you're going to The referee's hit.
Is that a high school rule, Benji, where if the referee's hit, it's like out of bounds?
Right, and then the team that it looks like they're. I thought they were going to do a drop ball. No, and the team that kicks the referee gets the drop ball right where the contact occurred.
That's a rule that's different than football. If it hits it, football, it's just part of the field. But here they stop play. I think that's the case in high school and college, but in the professional soccer, I think if it hits the referee, it's part of play, from what I understand. But sometimes he just can't get out of the way. Here comes Patrick for.
Looks like Alonso is coming off. Let's see what adjustments they make where Patrick is going to play. He may go to that
like
9 position.
Right back over there, yeah.
Well, you have Kell over there on the right side, so I think Patrick may. Now, like I mentioned, he plays center forward for his club team, but this is the first year that he played that as his sole responsibility.
See how he's moving. He looks to be moving good. I don't see him.
He's a little tender, but I don't think it's going to affect him much. I'm sure the coaches will take a look at it at halftime and maybe wrap him up if he needs it. The referee said, no, we're not ready yet. Waiting on the substitution here.
So we're under 10 minutes, 8:24 to play, still 0-0. Very evenly matched, very well played game so far.
It's the kind of test I think we needed. As of now, the clean sheet's still intact. Clean sheet streak. Good job by Jaden there. Nice job by
Jaden.
Oh, they're calling Patrick on that foul.
The good news is he's up and going.
That's right. I think they just got tangled up there. I think I would have let that go. Colton seemed pretty calm in that as he received the ball there. So with Jaden getting all this field time tonight and seeing how they only have, about 4 subs over there, I wonder if Colton's going to stay in for the second half too, and they're going to take advantage of.
I think you're right. I think he'll stay in the game the second half as the keeper, and
that should give us the opportunity to stay a little fresher and maybe have the faster speed of play by the end of the game. Good fight by Jackson Whitaker. Patrick's able to take possession. Drops it off to Zach, who makes a good delivery to Charlie.
He got a foot on the ball.
Yeah, he directed it the direction he wanted to go. That he just couldn't get around that defender there. There's another foul almost.
They love getting down that line.
Yeah, I think that went off Corbett there.
No, I don't know if it did or not, but they pointed the other way. So
good.
Jackson Hannon back in. Who's Jackson coming in for?
He's going to give Kell a rest over there.
Kell played well.
Kell did play well. He handled the ball well too.
He's a much more confident player this year than last year. Last year,
100%.
He didn't get as much playing time, but man, he's much more confident out on the field.
Our core group of guys elevated the play of the entire team. If you think about it, some of these players are kind of right on the fringe. They're playing at a much higher level than we're used to seeing them play in the past. Throw in hits Charlie in the back of the head.
These last 5 minutes we can't let down. We need to keep it up. This is sometimes teams will have a little bit of a breakdown the last 5. We want them to be the one that has the breakdown.
Yeah, Jack, I've been watching Coach Schwab and Coach Toby engaged in an animated conversation for a while here. I think they're seeing some things on the field. I'll be interested to see what kind of adjustments they come up with at halftime. Riker's going to win this race here, and he gets pushed off the ball. The guy's getting his arm out, ref. You got to call that.
their left winger, if they get a goal, it's going to come from that left side over there because he has beaten our defender every time. It doesn't matter who's back there.
Yeah, I think Pearson's aware. Blaine takes the pass to Patrick into traffic. Patrick's able to squirt it out to Jackson. Finds Riker. Tries to give it to...
A little bit behind him.
Yeah. Again, one of those imprecise passes.
I think, yeah, that's our throw in. Get Whitaker down here and throw one in long. There's 4:34 to go.
Corbett makes some effort to get up into the attacking third as well. Rogers is dropping everybody back. We need to take advantage.
They are. They don't have anybody. They don't have anybody outside of the
get them all up, Coach. Then
line.
They are. They're going to move everybody up a little bit, rather except for Zach.
We're going for
good throw into Patrick, who. Oh, Charlie! Almost, Jack.
Man.
What do they call? They call it offsides there?
No, I have to call the corner kick. All right, let's get back at it. They got a player down. Man, that ball, how does that throw in bounce there? That's crazy.
Only out of the hands of Jackson Whitaker.
So let's see what we can do with this corner. This is a big opportunity here. 3:42 to play. If we could put one in right here, it's going to make a big difference. We got Charlie, Patrick, and Pearson coming from the outside, coming to crash from there, and Blaine standing right in front of the goal.
And this Rogers player, too, Jack, I think he just kind of tweaked his ankle a little bit. He'll be back on, too. I'm sure they're thankful for that with only 5 seconds.
That's a good ball.
Into Patrick. Oh, he almost got there.
Wow.
He didn't quite have the vertical to reach it with his head, but Charlie was right behind him.
Well, we made the keeper make a save. Charlie made him make a save.
Got him on their heels a little bit. Good tough play again by Jaden.
Jaden is really tough.
Okay, there we go, referee. I like that. I like that, Jack. You know, even though they are tall, and he's sent off for the. So even though they are calling a tight game, it's not slowing Rogers down any. They're still playing physical, and a card like that may let them know that type of play is not allowed.
So a yellow card to number 18. 2:50 to play. We got another free kick just inside of our halfway mark. Whitaker's taking this one.
Yeah, we're going to get Pearson an opportunity to score here.
That's a little bit far. Yeah. I think he was thinking he was going for the keeper, too. Well, these last 5 minutes, we have had some chances. We're putting a little pressure on them. Got 2 minutes to try to keep this going. Oh, that's a dangerous ball. We can't have that.
Good job by Zach to anticipate the threat and step into it.
He went right around Riker and Jackson Whitaker both.
Yeah, that's the other player that on Toby's team, Jack, that number 10, I believe. You can tell the two most skilled players on the Rogers team, Togi and Gala, is coaching them. That fullback keeps winning those headers over Blaine's back there. Blaine's going to have to make that adjustment. The ball's played off of Blaine's foot there.
No, they're calling it us.
Either way.
So a minute 45 to go and a half. 0-0. See what we can do in the last minute and a half.
Oh, he's held there. He's grabbed Patrick's arm. Did you see that? Put it in.
Yes!
What's the call? They better give us advantage there. What?
They called a foul on us.
How? Patrick was fouled.
Wow.
If anything, Patrick might have tried to shrug his arm off.
They called the goal back.
Okay, everybody out there in YouTube land that may be watching right now, rewind a few seconds and tell me if I'm right.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that call was about.
I thought that he saw Patrick get fouled and he gave us the advantage.
He's coming over here to talk to coaches to explain. Well, we've been extremely dangerous. Guys, at halftime, stay tuned here. We got a couple of the girls players coming to do a little interview if they show up. We're looking for Emerson Glass and Hagen Backus are supposed to be up here.
Unless they get a little stage fright.
If they get stage fright, maybe they'll have strength in numbers. We got about 30 seconds to play.
I think they took one from us there, Jack,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
Jaden just plays it out, plays the safe route, 20 seconds left.
You know, with the motions being tight the way they were, I don't disagree with that clearance. I wish it would have made it into the bleachers, ate up a little bit more clock, let us regroup and
We need one
continue
more
what we've
here.
been doing the last few minutes here.
Just get it out.
There we go. Yeah, that'll do it for the first half.
And that's the end of the first half. So very evenly played game. The last 10 minutes was pretty much all Hilldale. We had a lot of chances, had one goal called back. But we were 0-0 at halftime with Tulsa Rogers and Hilldale. And here come the girls.
Yeah, looks like we're going to have Bella McWilliams
right.
and
Okay.
Megan Backus.
Okay, come on. All right, so we're going to have Bella McWilliams and Hagen Backus as our halftime guests. So we'll let them get in here. They just finished up their game earlier today, finished third place. And here is our special guestesses. All right, so we got Hagen Backus first. Hagen, thanks for joining us.
Hi.
So tell us about the game today. It was exciting.
Yeah.
So wait, well, first the question we want to ask, yesterday, heartbreaker, penalty kicks, what'd that feel like?
It was really hard for the team, but I think it helped us grow a lot, and that's the first time we went into penalties, so it was a good practice.
There were a lot of penalties scored.
Yes.
I mean, how many? I think we had what?
I think it was like 11 to
13?
10.
Yeah.
We
I
went
think-
3 rounds.
Yeah. So it was a lot of scores, but they got the last one. But
Yes.
today we got the last laugh. So tell us about
We did.
today's penalty kick shootout.
It only lasted 1 round, and they missed almost all of theirs,
Yeah.
and
We got
got
2
4.
big saves.
Yes, 2
Addie
big
got
saves
2
for
big
Addie,
saves,
and they
which was
missed
very nice.
2, I believe.
Yeah. So here's the thing I got to ask you. Yesterday I was working the concession stand, and I would stand outside the concession stand, and you were taking all the corner kicks on this side.
Yes.
Girl, I would love to have you taking corner kicks for the boys. Your corner kicks are amazing.
Thank you.
They are so good. So what do you do? When you're trying to kick a corner kick, what's your goal? What are you trying to do?
I'm just trying to put it back post or bend it back post, and I'm hoping Bella or Emerson or one of our tall people can just get ahead on it, or if it spills out, just help us and get it in the goal.
Yeah. So last year, you didn't get to play.
I got to play a little bit, but COVID canceled it.
COVID canceled it. The year before,
I tore my
you tore your
ACL.
ACL. So you really haven't had, you've never played a district game.
No, I have not.
And district games start next week.
Yes, they do.
So tell me what you're looking for.
I'm excited. I'm just looking to help the team grow and score lots of goals for them and just win games and get to state.
Yeah. So the district games are different. They're like a whole different
Yes, they
animal.
are.
We'll talk to Bella about it here in just a second. But what do you expect different when you're playing a district game?
I expect it to be at a higher level, and the other teams will be much more focused and on point. They'll probably have sharper passes, be very loud. It'll probably look more like a club game instead of a high school game.
So are you scared of the physicality?
No, I'm not.
I know you're not, because you are rough, girl.
Yes.
You like the physicality.
I do.
So it's going to get very physical.
Yes,
So you're excited about that.
I'm excited.
Give us a prediction. What's going to happen in district play?
I'm hoping that we get to stay all the way.
Yeah,
That's our goal.
us too. So now you're a junior, right?
Yes, I'm a junior.
So far, this year's played out where we've played every game.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't look like COVID's going to stop us. Everything. What's the difference feeling with the girls this year compared to last year and the year before on the team?
The year before, it was good. I think we could have went really far. We were undefeated until COVID. I think we would have went really far, probably to state. And we lost a senior who was a really big part of that, Angie Seraphin. And so our back line, we don't have as much of a vocal leader anymore
Right.
to lead the getting up in the press. And the year before that, my freshman year, I think it was going to be really good. We had Savannah Jorgensen and Destiny Ladd for a little bit, and everyone was just so talented. There was so much skill on the field. This year, I think we can go really far. We just have to be sharp every game from the first minute.
And you got 47 seniors this year.
Yes.
So next year you're
We
going to be
have
like
a
all by
lot.
yourself.
Yeah.
It's going to be whatever the game happens this year that's going to be the last game, there's going to be a lot of tears, I'm
Yes,
afraid,
there
because
will
there's a
be.
lot of seniors. So,
Yeah.
well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Speaking of seniors, let's talk to a senior. Come on, girl. Get in here. Bella came up here to support Hagen, and I don't think she thought she was going to have to talk, but she has to talk. So, speaking of seniors, now, I said there were 47, but there's not 47. How many are there? 8? 10? 10 seniors? Okay.
I don't know, something like that.
But you're one of them. So tell me what it feels like. I mean, last year, your junior year kind of got robbed. Now this is your senior year. Last time around at Hilldale, what's your feeling? What's going through your mind right now?
It's definitely the most pressure I've ever had in high school ball. The past few years, you're always like, oh, we have next year. We have next year. Now we don't, so it's higher stakes. I'm going into every game wanting to win.
Yeah. And so you've played district before. You played district as a 9th grader, as a 10th grader, didn't get to last year. So tell us, last night we talked to Max James, and he was talking about how everybody, it's like a total different mindset. When you think back as a sophomore, what was district play like?
It was, you need to win this game, every game. It's non-district, it's like if you lose, okay, well, we have districts, that's when we need to win. So.
Right. And you always want to win, but non-district, there's always that say, well, it really didn't matter, but now everything matters. So how do you approach it differently? Do you approach it differently, or is it just another game?
Well, we try to approach every game like the state. That's what Schwab tells us to do, so we're approaching it to win.
Yeah.
And I think we do that every game.
So I talked about her corner kicks. You're out there looking at those corner kicks coming at you. She pretty much lays it right in there every time. What are you trying to do when this is happening?
I'm just trying to get ahead on it.
Yeah. Do you like coming from the back coming in, or where's your favorite position to be?
I'm back post kind of on the 18, and I'm trying to run in and get the ball.
Yeah.
It's pretty crowded, but I had one today. It was just wide.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's hard. There's so many bodies trying to get at that ball. It's really difficult. So penalty kicks. I didn't get to see the game today. Did you kick a penalty kick?
Yeah.
And you made it. Yes, you made one. Okay. And so yesterday, did you get one or two?
I had one, and the goalie blocked it. So,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But that goalie's like she's good. That's Sand Springs goalie. They won tonight, so that was an intense game. So it's a senior year. What are your goals for senior year?
Just to play my hardest every game and try to enjoy it.
Yeah. Last ride. So what are you going to be doing next year?
I don't know yet.
Where's your plans?
Have a few colleges looking at me right now.
Yeah. Do you want to play college ball?
I really don't know yet because my academics are pretty good and I'm getting money with that.
Yeah.
So we'll just have to see.
College ball's so hard. It's so trying to get your academics and all that. Sometimes it's like that. Well, good luck for the rest of this year to both of you guys. Good luck in district. Thank you so much for being our special guest tonight. You've got the pleasure of talking to two of the Lady Hornets, Hagen Backus and Bella McWilliams. All right, guys. Thank you. All right. So that was fun. We got to talk to two of the Lady Hornets, and we're still here at halftime. We got about 2 minutes to go. We're going to take a short little break before the frenzy of the second half starts.
Before the swarm of the Hornets in the second half.
Well, that was a short break, Benji. We didn't get much of a rest. But it was fun talking to Bella and Hagen. I don't think Bella knew she was going to be talked to. She was coming for moral support.
She was ambushed, that's right. Those are two classy girls, Jack. I'm really glad to have both of them on our team. Very important part of our team.
40 more minutes. We'll see what happens.
Okay, let's see. Look at the lineup here. We got Patrick on the right side. Charlie, they're going to try to get some size there in that 9 spot at center forward. You got Blaine over in the left. Corbett and Jackson playing center midfielder there. And we got a 5-back set.
And we were, our intuition was right. Colton is staying on as the keeper, and Jaden is staying on in the defense.
Smart choice, I think.
We've definitely decided to play this game more defensively oriented.
Yeah, I don't know that we had a choice. I mean, there's some a lot of skill in this Rogers team, and if you look at them out there and they're reading their body language, they're ready to go.
Well, I think the other thing that's nice about this, I mean, this, like we were talking about district play, this game really doesn't count in the standings, and this is a way to see when we are playing somebody that has very talented players. If we set up like this, how are we going to do?
That's right. That's right. They're going to be tested both physically and mentally.
I think these coaches would be happy to have a clean sheet, even if it's 0-0, and go to penalty kicks, just to see that we can defend it. If we can defend a team like this and not give up any goals, this is a huge showing for us.
Well, they're a good 5A team. They're higher class than us, and they're undefeated as well. Ball's played back all the way back to Pearson at center back. Just going to go for the long ball. Patrick might be able to. I was going to say he might be able to field that ball if it's mishandled, and it was. Jackson Hand on the right side. Plays it into Blaine, who is going to save it, get it across. Patrick almost got a foot on it. If he would have, that would have been huge.
Blaine really worked to get down in there. We just didn't quite have anybody there to finish it out. Well, no 4-second goal this one, Benji.
No. I kind of got used to that.
We're putting some pressure on. They're making some little mistakes here and there.
I'm not quite sure why that left back tried to save that ball there. That was a dangerous play, but
that's what I'm saying. They're talented, but they're not. They make some little mistakes. If we can capitalize.
That's right.
And this is a dangerous spot for Whitaker here. We'll see if he can get it right to Patrick's head. Oh, that guy's pushing Patrick in the back. Oh my goodness! On the back post, Blaine was almost there. Or is that Jackson? That was Jackson Hand.
Yeah, I think so.
No, he's over here. That must have been Blaine.
I was watching Pearson. He had somebody on his back, and they were putting a lot of pressure on his back, and he leaned back into him, and they moved right at that moment, and he fell on his back and took him out of the play.
Well, they were trying to put it on Patrick's head to start with, and then the guy had Patrick.
Corbett's going to take the shot. Nope. He got closed on a little bit too fast there. What's Riker going to do here? Probably take it outside. He can find a little bit of space, but he gets tackled there. Charlie easily steps in front.
Well done by Charlie and made the smart play.
And that forward
used to say when they were little, play it simple.
Oh, good thing Jaden was able to disrupt there. They had a numerical advantage on us there. Had a 3v2 situation momentarily.
Riker just needs to stay in front. Oh, no. Good block by Jackson Hannon.
Interesting. That's the player that was playing on the left side in the first half, and they're keeping him over on the right side this half.
He stayed on that side of the field. He was on the left, and then when they switched sides, he's to the right. He must like that sideline. But, man, I'm telling you, he's dangerous.
He's a threat.
We really haven't had anybody so far that's been able to stay with him, but we've double-teamed him and filled in. And
Riker's going to find Charlie on the sideline over there, but unable to stay in bounds.
Oh, nobody was there. I think he thought somebody was going to be there.
Yeah, Jaden better get back. Well, okay, they gave him time to get back there. We're answering their physicality with more physicality of our own.
This has been...
As long as they stay clean, I like it.
Oh,
Good step by Zach there. He needs some help, guys. Get off his arms. I think the AR had to have seen that, but
They're letting some. The ironic thing is they're letting all that go, but then the goal that we scored, where there was hardly anything to see, they called it back.
I'll tell you, I did get a few text messages that agreed with us that Patrick was the one that was fouled. So, you win some, you lose some, I guess.
Oh, good ball by Jackson Whitaker.
Jackson's
Keep it
gonna
here.
Play it back to the other Jackson.
Don't get fancy with it.
Jaden able to bring it down, play it out to Riker on the outside. Makes a nice little
That
move.
was a nice touch by Jaden, who's playing back there a lot more this game. This is the most he's played on defense.
Yeah, I to be honest with you, I held my breath a little bit when I saw the ball coming in high, and he brought it down well.
I think they may have decided that the best place is Colton playing goalie and Jaden out on the field if we're playing 5 in the back, which essentially we're playing. I mean, sometimes it looks like 3 in the back because those wingers push up, but essentially we're playing 5 in the back.
Right. I thought they were going to use him for a sub and keep our players fresh, but he started out the second half back there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, somebody needs to step up.
Colton easily makes the grab here. Team starts to shift into a wider offensive shape here. Colton's going to drop it over to Jackson Hannon, who is able to bring it down.
He brought it down well. Then he couldn't quite get that next pass.
Good cut there by Charlie, and a good pass to Patrick.
Charlie has definitely
Patrick's fouled again, but he's not going to get that call either.
They haven't called much this first 6 minutes. They've let him play.
They better be careful doing that. This game could get out of hand.
Yes. Well, what you're already seeing is our guys are kind of getting in there, getting physical, and I know this team. I know this Rogers team. These guys, they'll do some little chippy stuff. We just need to keep under control. I know I know against Regent Prep they were talking a lot, and Regent got real physical and started getting some yellow cards, and so we just need to keep our cool.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, these Hornets aren't going to get bullied. That's why that's not a good ball. That's the
Pearson
inexperience there.
That out.
Yeah, Pearson. Oh, and he gets fouled.
Good. That's where Jaden's going to have to be very careful. That ball is going to have to be much.
We had Blaine wide open down here. I wish he would have gave us the advantage there, at least for a couple of seconds, to see how that developed. I think Pearson, he was able
around him.
Yeah, he was able to break free, and I think he would have found Blaine out here on the outside.
Play it direct. Oh, I thought Riker was going to be on that, but the other guy had just a bit of a step.
Rogers,
a lot of space here.
I think they may have picked up their intensity a bit, but they're a little bit more sloppy right now. So
there's definitely, their passes has not been as crisp as they were in the first half.
We might be able to take advantage of that if we can clean up our passing.
Looking to Patrick there. Oh, Patrick made a nice little back.
Oh, and it's in.
Charlie Dival, is that Charlie?
That was Charlie.
What a shot by Charlie Dival, a goal from about 18 yards out.
Oh.
But hey, the play was made by that flick that Patrick did.
Did he get a foot on it? Because
Patrick, unless I saw something, Patrick flicked it right out in front of Charlie, and that was not an easy finish.
Either way, no, it was fantastic. What I was trying to figure out if I thought that Patrick was going for a flick to lead Charlie there and didn't quite get it. And if he would have, I was wondering if it would have helped Charlie or hurt him.
What do you think? Did he get it? We're asking the camera person here.
I'm going to say yeah.
Yeah, you should think she is.
Well,
tell me your name again. I forgot.
Maddie.
So we got Maddie doing the camera. Maddie's got better eyes than
Look at that, Jack. Look at that, Jack.
Oh, they tried to kick it from
It's the second time we've seen that.
Yeah. Colton was ready for it. So Maddie said Patrick got a flick, so we're going with that.
We'll give him credit for this.
We'll ask Patrick later.
Well, he's going to say yes no matter what.
He is going to say yes.
Yeah, maybe we'll ask Charlie.
He meant that's right. Charlie would know best. All right, so now we just need to keep playing defense, and that that direct ball worked that time. Well, it can't be left unsaid that I've already said once, but that was a good finish.
That was a great
That
finish.
could have very easily gone right to the keeper, but he put it. Matter of fact, it was so good I didn't think it was going in. When it hit the net, I was surprised. So Charlie up there at the number 9 has worked so far.
That's right.
We're
That's
8
right.
minutes in.
Well, like we mentioned in the first half, it seemed like the Ropers were winning all the headers in the box, and I think they want to get a little bit more size up there. And it's already proved to be the right decision.
Now here's what's going to happen. These guys from Rogers, they're behind. They're not used to being behind. They haven't lost. They're going to press. And so we're going to have opportunities.
Patrick's going to step off the field here.
Patrick's done his job.
I think I've talked about it a couple of times. It does Patrick well to, be spotted
Take
a couple of minutes.
break.
Yeah.
Come in and finish the last 20-25.
He plays so intense. A lot of players out on the field, they can take advantage of some dead play and catch their breath, but it's hard for Patrick to relax when he's on the pitch. It does him good to come actually sit on the bench and take a few breaths. So 31 minutes and 15 seconds left.
It's a long 31 minutes, Benji.
That's right. That's right.
But it's been fun. This whole season has been super fun to watch these guys play. I can't wait for district. So let's keep the intensity going here. We just need to keep it clean. They're making these little mistakes, and like I said, they're going to start pressing.
Alonzo finds Charlie again in the middle. What is going on, sir?
Corbett got the block, but it couldn't get back. Got another block. Oh, there's Blaine. Oh, they just...
Man, the first half we were really complimenting the referees for keeping the ball under control because this game had the potential to get out of hand. And I'm not liking what I'm seeing so far.
It's getting a little bit more chippy for sure.
If these Hornets get punched in the mouth, they're going to punch back, and it's going to be, it could get ugly.
That was my fear at the start of the game, Benji. I know these. About 3 or 4 of these kids that I've known growing up for Rogers that played for a team in Tulsa that was coached by a guy named Valente, and they can talk, and our guys don't like being talked to.
Well, on the Hilldale side, we have a couple of Weavers out there, and I'm not quite sure where they get their intensity from, but
yeah, they. If you were here before the game, you would have seen where. I'm much more calm in the box. I haven't hit Maddie yet. She's right beside me. If it gets ugly, she might get hit.
You haven't been able to sit
If
down,
I hit
though.
straight across, I go straight over her head. So
That's true. There are pros to being short sometimes.
yes. Maddie, what grade are you in?
I'm a senior.
You're a senior?
Yes, sir.
All right. Where are you going to school next year?
Right now, I think I'm planning on OSU.
Oh, good. That's where I went, but I'm an OU fan, but that's neither here nor there.
Listen, I get that. I like OSU's academics, but I can respect OU's teams.
Oh, this is a
Jackson
good
drops.
delivery.
Yes.
That keeper came
Oh,
out
I
very
thought Riker was
aggressively.
going to clean it up and bring it right back for us.
Corbett kept
Good job by
position there.
Corbett.
Oh, that looked like that could have been bad.
Wow, what a
I'm
touch by
not sure
Whitaker.
I'm not sure what Whitaker did there, but that looked good. It's kind of a ballerina move.
It was. He actually got a good touch on it and directed the ball right where he wanted it. That was pretty impressive.
See, there's these little mistakes like this. When we
There's
press
Alonzo.
ball.
Oh, you should have
my
kept that and
goodness.
carried it a little bit longer, Alonzo.
Yeah,
but that's
or-
okay. You made up for it. And in the box,
Is that in
Jack.
the box?
That's in the box.
Point to the spot. Point. He's sitting in the box. It's got to be in the box. He's sitting down.
No, the foul was clearly in the
That's what I'm
box.
saying.
I
He's
saw
sitting down
it.
in the box.
So
If this guy calls this off,
now, whether they make the right call or not, I don't know. But it was definitely in the
point
box.
to the spot. He's pointing to
He
the
did.
spot. All right, here we go. Penalty kick. We could put the pressure on. So we've had 4 penalties this year. Pearson Weaver took the first one. He missed it. Corbett's taking the second 2. Looks like Corbett's going to take this one.
Yeah, I don't think Corbett's going to give Pearson an opportunity to get
No.
another one.
This is a captain's kick right here. So we'll see if we can get a finish here. It's kind of unfair though. And Pearson got fouled. So we'll see what Corbett's got right here.
Yep, so Hilldale with a nice opportunity here to increase their lead to 2 with 27 minutes and 40 seconds left in the game.
You know the penalty kick shootout before, they called that goalie for being off the line twice. They've been calling it
Yeah,
very
I saw that.
close.
I saw that.
All right, we're waiting for the whistle. Here's the whistle. Here's Corbett in the corner.
Yeah, keeper
Side
guessed
netting.
wrong.
Keeper guessed the wrong way. Side netting. We're 2-0. 2-0. 27 minutes to play.
Now, Jack, everybody that has ever played for me or played with me knows how I feel about the 2-0 score. I think the next goal is the most important goal here.
Absolutely. 2-0 is you can't be comfortable. I'd rather be 2-0 than 0-2.
Well, what happens often whenever you have that lead at 2-0, the other team, if they are able to come back and get a goal because they feel some urgency, they get that goal, then they start to, and you may let down a little bit because you're confident in your lead. The other team starts to build a little bit of momentum. Then when they catch that second goal, all of a sudden they have the momentum and you're back on your heels. So I've seen a lot of games just completely flip-flop from this 2-0 score.
I'm afraid this is going to get chippier and chippier. Looks like this is Pearson stepping up to take this one long.
Yeah, Pearson's going to take
Their
it here.
defenders have made some mistakes here in the second half. Jackson Whitaker's way over here on the far edge.
Oh, I thought Charlie was going to get there again.
Their keeper's been very aggressive.
The keeper's got some skill. He's an athletic kid. I've been watching him. You can just tell by the way he bounces around, the way his reactions. He's a good athlete.
It's a busy night at Hilldale, Benji. There's baseball going on over there.
Yep.
I'm not sure why they blocked this parking lot over here when we had baseball and soccer, but
I asked the same question.
you know, I like coming in the soccer gate.
Right. Good reaction there by Zach.
This has been a very good team defensive effort. You know what? It seems like to me, especially since we've gotten the lead now, they're playing so much more rushed. Rogers is. They're not making these little passes. They were so creative in the first half. They've not been nearly as creative this half. It's almost like they're getting too rushed.
Yeah, Hilldale's able to set it out. The ball gets behind him right there. Jackson Hannon's going to get around.
Oh, that was a
He's going to get an opportunity here, Jack.
Get a shot.
Get it off! Oh, get up! Yes! Oh, getting the goal.
My goodness, his touch was just a little bit too much.
Well, the ball's in the back of the net. What was the call here? Are they saying that Jackson shouldn't have played that? I disagree if that's the call. It was a good effort on his part.
That was a tricky little play to himself he made. He tapped the ball beyond the defender's right-hand side and then ran around the left-hand side.
That was clever, yeah.
That was a very clever play.
Totally likes what he
liking
saw.
it.
You know, that's what you get when you have a fullback that's getting a lot of offensive touches on the ball. They're able to get smarter and more intelligent with their setups like that.
Now, what's the AR talking to Jackson Hannon about? I don't think Jackson Hannon did anything wrong.
Well, there was a penalty called for sure. I say for sure. There was a whistle.
Oh, you're thinking maybe they called a penalty?
I think so.
It was a great play by Jackson Hannon.
There
You guys
was.
didn't get to see that. Play the replay back and watch because if Maddie got it, I'm not sure if Maddie got it. She's over here texting. She might not have got it. No, I'm just kidding. But that was a nice little move. But they're going to talk about that for a while.
That's right. So the scoreboard still says 2-0. There's a lot of activity in the goal. I didn't see anything that could have been called a foul, but the more importantly, the keeper's still on the ground here. I'm wondering.
And I'm not sure what happened to him. I didn't see any head-to-head contact. I didn't see any foot to the head. He's up. Toby's walking him with him to the sideline.
Yeah, he seems to be.
Now they're going to have to bring in I don't know who their backup keeper is.
Looks like he's favoring that wrist a little bit.
I think they've called the foul on Jackson Hannon because Rogers is setting up like it's going to be a goal kick.
That's interesting. That's one I'd like to watch back as well. So that's 2 goals that we've had called back. The score is only 2-0, but keep in mind we've had 2 in the back of the net that were called back.
4-0 in my heart.
That's right. Maddie says it's 4-0 in her heart, and I agree. Well, we've got a new keeper, so we'll see what.
Yeah, me and
He's
Maddie
all
will count
about.
this as 4-0. So 4-0 to Maddie and I, but to the rest of you folks, it's 2-0 with 24 minutes and 45 seconds left to play.
If that second number stays 0, I'm happy.
Rocker's going to play the ball back to Jaden, who finds Charlie. Nice little header over to Blaine. Charlie might be playing a better game tonight than he did last night, Jack.
I tell you, this tournament, he has played really well.
On his back there. I mean, if
Oh, wait, no, then he called. Who's he calling this?
he called it on Blaine for
Blaine.
playing the ball on the ground. You can't do that, but, Blaine, I don't blame you. If he's not going to call you getting knocked on the ground, what are you supposed to do? Ball's played out to the...
Ooh.
So
Yeah,
Charlie
Charlie
with
can
the
get
turn
another
here
one
is going
here.
to find Blaine over there on the
Oh, that was a
left
nice
side.
thought. Just not quite enough over the... Blaine's got to win the award for most times on the ground. He is on the ground all the time. But I got to give it to him. He does have a gymnastic hop up.
Well, his little somersault that we saw last night. That was,
Yeah, he's just had a nice one right there. So this is basically a corner kick here.
from a better angle.
From a better angle, yeah. We're bringing Pearson up. So right now we've only got Jaden and Zach right in the middle in the back. Corbett's kind of in the middle around the 25, but we got a lot of attackers in. I think they're going to play
What
this
we have
in.
here.
Pearson and Charlie are running
Jackson,
this.
we got a chance. We got a chance.
Oh
Oh!
my goodness, that keeper.
Somebody
completely
got a
misplayed
touch on it. I think it was Charlie, but it just went wide right.
Well, I think we really need to challenge this keeper because I do not think he's going to be as good as the other guy.
So we're getting ready to make a nice little platoon substitution here with 4 fresh players. I feel like the Hilldale Hornets are already starting to get the advantage when it comes to the fitness out there. They seem a little bit more active than the Ropers. It looks like we have Patrick Murphy, Brock Fletcher, Mateo, and Kel getting ready to step back on the pitch.
I bet he's going to take... Well, I don't even want to
Ball's
speculate.
played long here. Pearson's going to easily take this and just go ahead and elect for the clearance, setting up the Roper throw in. Ropers finally get to penetrate our defensive third for the first time in a while.
They've been on their heels for the majority of this half. This is a dangerous throw-in area. They kind of play it short, and then that was a... Really
Oh, Zach tries to, good. He is able to get the clearance. Goes right back to the Roper player, but Charlie gets some
Charlie's
nice
really pressing
pressure.
there. No, let's not foul. Don't foul. Oh, he fouled. I could see that coming from 10 yards away. It's a little bit far out for a direct kick on there, but they might give it a go.
Yeah, this set piece, though, is the biggest threat they've had in a while, though, Jack. So they...
I felt like even before the game, this was going to be our biggest threat as a set piece because we know they've got talented people.
Colton back there setting the wall where he
He's
wants it,
taking
and
the
he takes the shot, but...
It wasn't that far off. I
No.
think Colton was on it the whole way.
Yeah, he was. He had a laser on it and watched it go out wide left.
But that's the thing that's going to get us in trouble. I would just assume the problem with that is Charlie's coming from behind. He's hustling, but he had 2 Hornets in front of him. So the guy's not going anywhere.
That's right. So we have Jackson Hannon coming off the field. Alonzo, Jaden, and Blaine's going to take a rest.
Jaden played a good stretch there.
He
and
did.
Played well.
He did. He did a good job. He did
Especially
a really
for
good
somebody
job.
that hadn't been on the field much this, other than being the keeper. And we know he hadn't had any action as the keeper. I would play
Tricky
short
little
here.
play there
I'm
by
not sure
Pearson.
Zach knew that was the plan.
He wasn't ready for that. Patrick takes a nice
There's
touch.
A lot of traffic here.
Boy, that's one thing that Patrick does really well. He can find those short passes in traffic like that. A lot of times I just see the ball scored out and go right to somebody's feet, and I'm not sure how he even saw his player there. It could be luck. Could be luck.
Sometimes
Patrick's
it's very
doing a good job of cutting off the lane. Did you see that, Jack?
Yeah,
He was
that
cutting off
really
that
nice.
lane on the
That's
left.
the thing. I think you said this the other day. We're in such good position
Mhm.
defensively. We don't give a lot of opportunity.
Well, that center back was looking to play it out wide, and Patrick wisely cut that lane off and it left it as not an option.
If we're not cutting lanes off like that and playing as disciplined defensively, this team's going to score. And we've played really well.
Patrick's able to take control here. 3v2 situation. And,
Yeah.
you have no choice but to call that one.
I didn't think he was going to call it at first, but
He thought about it, but
I honestly think if Patrick didn't go down, he's not calling it, even though it was a foul, but he pretty much had to. I don't envy the referee a lot of times.
No,
it's hard.
it's a tough
when
job.
When everybody's bumping and going at it, playing hard.
I tell you what, every fan on both sides of the sideline, too, think that they're the ones getting the bad calls.
Pearson on goal.
I tell you what, that was...
He decided we got a new keeper. I'm gonna give him a try, but it won't work if it's not on goal. Oh, the keeper's coming back.
He had some good power on it and kept it right at the right height. That was a
So
good
bring it back
strike.
in
It just,
starting goalkeeper here, Benji.
Mm-hmm.
He's made a recovery.
Okay, the ball is played back to their left center back, who's going to play it to their left midfielder. Okay, is that the... Yeah, that's the skill player right there. They moved him over to the left side. Good pass.
By Patrick.
Mateo with the opportunity, but he kicks it a little bit
Keep it alive
long.
here. Keep it alive.
Drop
Keep
it back to talk. Let him know you're there. Find your drop. Oh, he was tangled up. Do you see that?
That guy's right in front of him and doesn't call anything.
Oh, good shot!
In the goal! Charlie has 2 goals tonight.
Perfect
Look
shot.
at Toby's out of his mind. Charlie has caught fire these last 3 games. That was side net. Those 2 goals were beautiful shots.
Beautiful.
3-0, and Charlie's got 2 goals, and neither goal was cheap. They were side netting. Really good shot.
The first half we were wondering what type of adjustments the coaches would make. We knew they would make some quality adjustments. Putting Charlie up at that 9 position was obviously a wise choice. So, Maddie, what's our score now?
5-0.
5-0 to me and Maddie, but to everybody else it's 3-0 with 18 minutes left to play.
It's still 0. That's my favorite number.
But only for them.
That's right. All season long, we have been a second half team, and again tonight. Well, that's a full push out of his arm, and
Good play there by Patrick. Nice tackle.
Charlie, just a little bit more on that. I'm not
Still able to retain
gonna fault
possession.
you after 2 goals like that. We'll give you that pass.
Yeah, we're still going to retain possession. The ball's played out to Riker, who makes a nice move to get around the play. Oh, another nice pullback there to find more space. That's the precision passing we were wanting to see. Unfortunately, that ball went out of bounds, but it's good to see our protection of the ball being a little bit cleaner this half. Corvus says if they can get away with it, maybe I can, but unfortunately we didn't get the same luck.
I'll tell you the good news here is we have set up very defensively this second half, and we've scored 3 goals.
That's right. 4 goals, right, Maddie?
4 goals.
5 goals.
5 goals.
5 goals total.
If you're listening to this and you're confused, there's reason you are confused. So
It's not just you.
no, that's right.
Good,
my goodness,
Mateo.
I thought Mateo was going to step in and take it.
No foul, guys. No foul. Let's don't give him a set piece right here.
Stay in front.
Double team, triple team him,
Great
triple team him. But that kid, look at
He's
that
still
skill.
got the ball. That's amazing. I'd take him.
Yeah, I wouldn't turn him down either. Brock got away with one. There's our one to get away with
I'm
there.
not sure what was going on there.
I did a flip, but he got back up.
Yeah, he was falling down, and he was going to bring the roper down with him.
This is where it's dangerous. But boy, we've closed on him well.
It
Let
gets
play
tough to
through.
dispossess, but what we've done is taken away his options. We haven't been able to dispossess him, but he has nowhere to go with the ball.
Deflection falls right to.
Look at that,
Oh,
surrounded
man.
by a swarm of hornets, Jack.
that's
Oh, he's
trouble.
got an opportunity there.
Oh,
good.
great
Good defense. That was
play.
clean. That was absolutely
That
clean.
was a great defense.
Nothing but ball. Kel, heads up play
That was trouble.
to save the clean sheet.
That was,
Although it did look like Colton was in position to have a chance,
Colton
but
it was going to be a hard, but
we know the skill that we were facing there, so that would have been a tough save for any keeper.
that was impressive. That's the thing. This defense has gotten so contagious. They don't want to give up a goal. They don't want to give up anything. Nobody's giving up on any ball through.
You know, I don't think anybody anticipated that at the beginning of the season, that we'd be
I didn't.
playing our sixth game and not a single goal scored on us. No real opportunities until tonight. I do anticipate that changing, though, as we head into district play. We know that there's some firepower in our district.
I'll tell you what, though, there's not a whole lot more talent than this team.
Roper's looking to see if they can make something happen. They just, I think the game plan at this point is get the ball out to number 11, see if he can do something on the outside. But if he doesn't have any options, we'll let him do that all day long.
Just under 15 minutes to play, and we are still up 3-0, unless you're talking to Maddie and Benji, and it's 5-0.
Good play there by Patrick to disrupt play here.
And this
Boy,
is
this kid,
good.
you
He's
cannot
so
get the
good.
ball off his feet. The best you can do is take away his options, and they've done a good job with that.
They've surrounded him. They've stayed in front of him. They're not fouling. This has been a defensive clinic so far.
He's a very talented player, but I guarantee you, if you ask him after the game about that Hornet swarm, he'll tell you all about it.
He will. They have that word is operative right now because they have swarmed him defensively. He's been able to dribble around, but he hadn't been able to get anything going.
Pearson's going to go for the long ball here, I suspect.
I hope Zach's watching. See if Charlie can win this.
You got push in the back. That was a little bit of theatrics there, but
Yeah.
Charlie, we know you're way stronger than that, buddy. A for effort.
Man.
Patrick is able to get the pressure. Saves the ball. Unfortunate pass though to the middle to lose possession.
Relentless with the pressure.
Long ball's played to the roper. He gives a nice little flick, but his right winger over there wasn't able to get to it. Riker again taking on a player. Roper throw in. With 12 minutes and 38 seconds left to play, it looks like Blaine's getting ready to warm up and come back on the field.
It's about time for Blaine to get a goal.
Uh-oh,
We were
dangerous
a little bit lazy
situation.
with that. Close it in. No fouls.
And here comes the swarm, Jack.
There we go. That was. I think we got to get rid of that ball a little bit quicker, Zach.
Zach played very smartly, though, once he lost possession.
yeah.
He knew that all he needed to do was just to delay this number 11 and allow the swarm to come and give him
Well, that's
some.
the thing with our defenders now. They know if they delay them, they're going to have backup.
Right,
They don't
right.
have to worry about doing it all themselves.
Just slow down the momentum, and you can rely on your teammates.
So Blaine came in for Charlie.
Yeah, and they put Mateo up top, so now we got Patrick and Blaine playing inverted on the right and the left.
A throw in deep in our end here.
Those two may have connected yesterday for a world record goal as far as time to the goal. Yesterday in that game, Jack, they scored the goal. I looked at the clock, and it still said 30 minutes. Like, the time.
I'm not sure how we actually did that. All right, right at 11 minutes to go, 3-0. We're 11 minutes away from our second tournament championship in the men's program.
You know, Colton Morgan's done his job back there tonight, too, Jack, and, you know, he hasn't been tested a whole lot. He's done what he needed to do, but one thing I've noticed about him, he seems more calm and poised than he has in the past. He's not as jittery. That's good to see. That comes with confidence.
He's played goalie a long time. He knows how to play the position.
He does. Good effort on Mateo's part. It's going to be a Roper throw-in. Hilldale sinks back into their defensive shape. Good. Patrick goes for the clearance there. I think Mateo's going to get there. He does, and Patrick is able to take a nice touch. Good pass.
Good pass. See what Blaine can do.
Oh, tricky touch there by Blaine. That was good, too.
Defender closed well, but Blaine...
No, what are you doing, sir? That was clean. Are you not allowed to use your body?
Wow. I don't know about that call. And then he ends up pushing Blaine down, so he gets rewarded for... That was a weak call.
Oh, maybe we should give him the benefit of the doubt. He's right there in the field, but I didn't see anything worthy of a call there.
But one thing, Blaine ended up on the ground again for the 17th time tonight. So.
He and Patrick both are going to need an ice bath tonight.
They are.
Ball's played out by the Roper player. Switches the field on the set piece from deep in his own defensive third.
You know, Benji, with 20 minutes to go in the first half, Patrick was on the ground behind the goal over there, and we were worried, and he has come back and played a great.
He has. I told you, all he needs is somebody to tell him he's not going to do any permanent damage, and he'll play through the pain. I think if you recall his freshman year, he struggled with that issue.
And Pearson just kicked the ball into the baseball field.
Smartly. The Roper player is going to call an Uber to go get that ball. Second time I've used that line.
All right.
Ball's played back to the Roper player. I knew he was going to take a shot there. I just had a feeling he was going to go for the shot.
They're just going to go for these long shots. Jaden's coming back in. Jaden going to finish it out for us. He taking out Brock.
Yeah, Jaden's one we're going to have to get on the mic and especially find out what he thinks about this transitioning back from the back line to the keeper.
If I know Jaden, he's happy to be on the field.
He's a competitor.
Oh, man.
He's an asset to any team. I don't care what sport he's playing.
He's recovered from an ACL injury and played a great season in football and come out as a senior to see what we can do in this program. And
you know, Patrick was just trying to fight to the ball there. Can't play through the player. But I don't have a problem with the foul like that. Nowhere going on the left side, so they try to go back to the right. Nice little ball work here by the Ropers momentarily. Till the ball's kicked out of bounds by Patrick Murphy. Sets up a throw-in for the Ropers. There's that Hornet swarm.
Yeah, we are still on them.
Relentless play by the Hilldale Hornets. One thing I think we've learned tonight with this upgrade in talent is these Hilldale Hornets will play whistle to whistle.
There is no doubt.
Patrick
they
carefully
have let up a
considering
bit.
options.
3-0 up, and they have not let up one bit.
Throw in for the Ropers here.
Quick throw. Jaden clears us up.
Hilldale works their way down the field.
Oh, man, if he could have just gotten Patrick going there.
Yeah, Patrick had a wide open shot down the sideline. He's fast with the ball at his feet in those breakaways.
They try to switch it over, and Riker intercepted.
Good job by Riker to win that ball. Blaine on the takeaway.
Yeah, tackled Riker.
He's going to work his way down the line there. Again, he's treated a little roughly from the back. I
think they had the target on Blaine.
You know, I'm never critical of the referee. For the most part, I think they've done a good job. He seems a little bit inconsistent in some of his calling.
Alonzo's coming in for
Patrick. 5 minutes and 30 seconds left. That might be it for Patrick Murphy tonight.
It looks like it is. He's getting a handshake from the coach. Job well done.
Nice throw as usual by Jackson Whitaker, but like they were doing in the first half, the center back wins the header. Try to attack over here from the left side again. Left back knows who to give the ball to.
There's 5 minutes to go. Blaine's going to make a run.
Yep, and Alonzo finds him.
Oh, man.
Good disruption by the center back. But look at that touch by Blaine.
That's a corner kick.
Wow. The center back was able to disrupt there, but, man, Blaine somehow caught it like he had a mitt on his foot and dropped it right in front of him.
Let's see. I think there's too much time to play this little corner business like we were doing last night. We need to play this in. Charlie's coming back in. Jackson Whitaker looks like his evening may be done.
Yeah, no real urgency to go get that ball and bring it back in.
Corbett's strolling, man. Now he's going to jog a little bit.
He's going just fast enough to let the refs know that he's not stalling.
Pearson's not taking any chances. He's staying back. He sent Jaden up. See if Jaden can get ahead on this.
Let's give Jaden a chance to get a score. Let the senior goalie get a goal.
He's going to play it over here. Oh, no, he's playing it in. It's over the keeper.
Oh. Blaine comes in recklessly like a missile.
Yeah, another player down.
Referee calling for the clock stoppage here with 3 minutes and 41 seconds.
So, 3 minutes, 41 seconds away from the second tournament championship in the history of the men's program. It's a good way to start the first year of the Hilldale tournament. And this was definitely a good team. We have controlled the game on the scoreboard and on the field, but this team is no joke. And they're gonna do some damage in their district.
Yeah, they're a nice physical team with some good skill. Unfortunately, they were just facing a well-coached, well-organized Hilldale Hornet team. As demonstrated here by that little combination here, the Blaines continue to...
Oh, my goodness.
What? Sir, I don't understand.
Wow. Completely had the advantage, played off the ball, knocked to the ground, and he says no. Blaine is getting no calls.
It's going to be a throw-in for the Ropers. 2 minutes and 50 seconds left. I think Hornets have all but won this game. The score is, are they going to be able to save the clean sheet becomes the question at this point. Ball's thrown into the center back who's going to attempt to switch the field, but no, he pulls it back, plays it back to the center of the field.
Job, Kale.
Good interception by Kale. And again, the Roper player gets an arm on him. Thrown into Old Faithful there. He's had success with the ball at his feet, but that's it. I mean, he hasn't gotten any quality shots, not even any threatening passes. There's a good, well, it looked like a better shot than it ended up being as the ball hits the scoreboard.
Pearson's going to take his time here. Push everybody up and play it long.
Yeah, Pearson's going to get some length on this kick, you can bet. Referee calling from another stoppage. Somebody, oh no, Charlie just got a yellow. Jack, is that his second? No, I'm sorry, it was the other player. Did he get a second card? Or just one?
Well, he only showed yellow, but he put it up twice, so he never pulled up the red.
So I'm wondering if he got sent off. No, apparently
he
not.
sent somebody else in.
Yeah.
I wonder what was said there. I was like you. I was afraid Charlie said something. We do not need a yellow card.
No.
I know he has one. And I don't. Is it 3 that you have to sit out when you?
Yeah, unfortunately this year it's 3. That's a scary situation. You know, if you have a hothead that has 2, you almost want to have them go ahead and get that third, depending on who you're playing next.
Yeah.
You don't want to lose them in a big game.
That's why I don't like the 3 rule, because it actually creates something where you might go out and get a yellow card, so you're not missing the bigger game.
I've said the same thing. It's going to be a Hornet throw-in.
It just doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, in basketball, when you foul out, you don't miss the next game.
No urgency to throw the ball in. I think we are seeing some more theatrics there. There's no real question about who's going to throw it in. They're just trying to eat up a few more seconds on the clock.
And we're a minute to play in the championship game. 3-0 Hornets.
Ball's played to the center of the field where Corbett easily makes the interception. This kid.
That was a handball. All right.
Jack, we're talking about doing some interviews for these broadcasts, and I'd like to get that number 11 up here. I'd like to get his thoughts on this game.
All right, guys, 30 seconds. Let's keep the clean sheet. Get it away from 11.
Ball's going to have to be played back.
They're gonna.
Everybody's well positioned to prevent any sort of attack here. That'll do it, it looks like.
And we're going to be the champions. Great game.
Fantastic game. I was really happy with the adjustments we made in the second half. And you know, Jack, at the beginning of the game, we talked about our player management, and I think we were definitely the fresher team at the end of the game.
No doubt. Throughout the whole game. All right. Well, I'm going to walk over here and announce the championship over the loudspeaker.
Well, thanks for tuning in, guys, and we'll see you back on Tuesday night where the Hornets will play their next game.